and welcome back to this week's Sunday with Sarah. I took to Twitter yesterday and asked you guys what you would like to see for this week's Sunday with Sarah. And the majority of you, in fact, I think it was about 90% of you guys, all said, can you do a Q&A? Because obviously you guys have some questions that you are burning to get answers for. And I thought, I haven't done a Q&A in a long time. I really like doing them. So I thought, why not? This week I'm going to do a Q&A. I then posted out another tweet asking for questions. And I cannot believe I have had over 520 replies. 520 questions from you guys, which is awesome. I have had a quick look through all those questions this morning and there's some really good ones. Obviously I won't get a chance in this video to answer all 520 without you guys getting very bored. So I'm going to answer as many as I possibly can, and then if you guys liked this video and you want to have answers to more questions, then you can just comment down below and say please do a part 2 because I have another question that I'd like to ask you. I am going to answer the questions as quickly as I can, but you guys will have to bear with me because you know I got a bit of a habit of rambling on. I'm going to try my very best not to do that. So let's get straight into this. The first question is from Bethan, and she said, when you started YouTube, did you ever think it wouldn't work out? We kind of didn't ever think that because we weren't expecting anything to work out. So we didn't have a goal in mind when we first started uploading. I think I've mentioned in a video before that we started our YouTube channel just after I lost my mum, and we did that as a way of me being able to edit videos that we took millions of anyway. We've always taken massive amounts of photos and video footage of all 3 of our girls. But I started editing those videos and uploading them to YouTube as a way of taking my mind off losing my mum and things like that. So there was no goal, I was just doing it for like a, a distraction type thing. And then when we started growing, we started getting goals. Like I remember our first goal was like 100 subscribers and we couldn't believe it when we got that, and then that moved to 500 and then 1,000, but we never really had an end goal in mind, so we never ever thought that it wouldn't work out, if that makes sense, because there was nothing to work out. Kaylee asked, what do all the family have in common? So the main thing that I am forever grateful for and just so thankful that this is what we all have in common is traveling. We all have a massive passion for travel. We love going on holidays, we love making memories, we love being in different countries, experiencing different cultures, different foods. It's just the biggest passion we all have in common. And I remember with a previous partner, being with him and him not liking that. He hated traveling, hated going in hotel rooms, hated being not in his own bed. And it's really difficult when you're in a situation like that and you have a strong passion for something but your other half doesn't. I guess it kind of means that you have to suppress your passion a lot, which is why when I got with Chris, the first thing we did was book a holiday. He didn't realise he had a passion for travel until he got with me. But he does. But he didn't realise, I don't think he went on too many abroad holidays in his teens. I know he went to Portugal and a few other like really nice holidays, but I don't think he like ever went on boys holidays or long holidays with previous girlfriends or anything like that. So the first thing we did when I got with him was we booked a holiday to Fuerteventura. That was back in 2007. Yeah, it was in September 2007, and that sparked it straight away for Chris. He loved flying, he wanted to be a pilot, he loved travel, and ever since then we just travel as much as we possibly can. So Amy asked, do any of you ever have a day where you just don't feel like filming? We do. I'd be lying if I said no. Every single day we wake up and the first thing we want to do is pick up the camera. I'd be lying if I said that. That's not how it is when you daily vlog, but it's kind of your job. And so if I was to ask you, do you ever have a day where you wake up and you just don't want to go to work today? I'm sure most, even if you're a stay-at-home mum Like, I'm not saying you have to go out and be like, have big long hour jobs. Even if you're a stay-at-home mum and that's your job to bring up your child, do you ever have days where you're just like, oh, I wish I didn't have to cook tea tonight, or I wish I didn't have to do the washing up, I wish I didn't have to catch the train to work, I wish I didn't have to spend money going out for lunch? I don't know. I guess everyone, no matter what job it is you're doing, at some point wishes just want a day off. And daily vlogging's no different, you know. It's something that we're so lucky to be able to do. We're so fortunate, so grateful and so thankful that we have the job that we have. But there is days where you wake up and you're just not feeling great, or you've got a massive spot, or as you guys know, I often suffer from cold sores. Actually, I've dreamt about having a cold sore on the row for the last 4 nights, and I don't know why, but I hope I'm not about to get one. 4 nights I've dreamt about having a cold sore. I tend to get them more in summertime with like the UV light, but I'm going off track here, guys. Right, so yes, there is days that I sometimes wake up and think, oh, I'm just not feeling great today, and I just, you know, there is days where I feel like that. But they're very, very rare. We're so lucky and so fortunate to be able to do YouTube as our full-time job, and it's really difficult not to just wake up and feel 100% grateful for that. Lucy from IFAM, who has been one of our IFAM since the very, very, very beginning. She comments on literally every single one of our videos, so you guys watching probably know her. She's called Lucy anyway, and she says, will Esme and Isla ever have their own YouTube channels when they are older? That's something we've thought about quite a lot lately, mainly because especially Esme has been asking if she can have a LOL Dolls YouTube channel where she opens her LOL dolls that she buys, and she also does, I don't know if any of you guys are following her on Musical.ly, but she does these amazing, amazing edits where she's playing with the dolls, but it actually looks like the doll's walking. I don't even know how she does it, but she'll change the clothes and the camera flicks back and forth. And it's so cute, and she watches those types of videos on YouTube, so I feel like other children may enjoy watching Esme's, but I don't know, I'm still on the border of thinking, are they a little bit too young yet? And it's another channel to try and keep up with. Also, we've got, I mean, of course we've already got our main channel, this channel, and Isabel's, and I just don't know if the girls are old enough to have a YouTube channel just yet. But at the same time, I'm like, if Esme wants to, maybe I should be encouraging her to follow her dream type thing. But I don't know, maybe. Georgina asked, what was the last photo you took? Oh my gosh, let's go on my phone right now and have a look. Oh my gosh, okay. It's a screenshot, is that the same? If not, the last photo I took was, you couldn't really see that, but it's a picture of the cinema screening last night of The Greatest Showman. But the last screenshot, so the last thing on my actual camera roll, oh my gosh, I've been looking up birthday cakes for Isla, and this is the last screenshot I've got on my camera roll. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at that cake. Oh my gosh, Isla would be so excited if she got that cake for her birthday. Oh my gosh, that's got me really excited again. Anyway, back to the questions. Missy G23, which is so sweet and so lovely. She asked, do you watch anybody on YouTube, and do the girls watch any other YouTubers? So the girls mainly watch, I'm talking about the little two here, they mainly watch LOL Dolls. People opening LOL Dolls, people unpackaging them, people playing with them, people anything to do with LOL Dolls, they've probably already watched it. In fact, it's on upstairs right now whilst they're playing. I can hear it in the background. Isabel, she'll watch, I know she watches Zoella because she watches that with me, and I think that's about it for Isabel. She doesn't watch YouTube too much. And then me and Chris, we recently found the Ace family from, I think they live in California, but oh my gosh, I love their vlogging. There is swearing in some of them, so it's not all family friendly. I know that the girls have been sat around a few times and we've been like, oh my gosh. So now we try and put them on when the girls have gone to bed, but they're really the only people we watch on YouTube. Alfie, Zoe, and the Ace family. Chris also watches OK Baby. I don't watch them so much. Georgina also asked, what's one place you really wish to visit that you haven't had the chance to yet? And that one place is the Maldives. I've always wanted to visit the Maldives. It looks absolutely beautiful. and just a place that I'd really like to visit, but it's so expensive that I think it's somewhere that I'd like to go when the girls are more grown up and can appreciate it more. But that one place that's my dream place to visit is definitely the Maldives. Becky, actually I think this might have been from her mum, but she asked, what's it like doing the school run and what do all the other mums think of your YouTube? Actually, school run's no different for me and Chris than what it is any mums watching this video. No different at all. And the reason it's no different is because we're no different. We're still just normal people doing normal everyday jobs, going to the supermarket, buying our milk and bread, and the school run's exactly the same. It's no different. I don't actually know what a lot of the mums think about YouTube because we don't talk about it. Obviously they've known me when I didn't YouTube and they know me now. A few of the mums, like friends that I've got friends with, are encouraging and they really enjoy watching our videos and they're really supportive. I don't think we've had any negative feedback from anyone that I can think of. Maybe they do behind our backs. But no, it's all been really positive. Okay, this next question, I am so bad at not reading, but like pronouncing names, and I'm sure I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but it's by Elise. I'm so sorry if I got that wrong. Elise? I think it's Elise. And she asked, what do you think your life would be like if you had never met Chris and had never had the girls? If I'd never had the girls, I don't know what my life would be like, but if I had never met Chris, then my life is quite scary to think about where I would have been. I was not in a very good place when I met Chris. I was just coming out of quite a dark relationship that was not healthy, it was not good, and it had made me a completely different person to what I am right now. And without going too much into it because it's quite personal, but that relationship, it probably would have killed me, like not even joking. It was a really, really not a good place in my life, and I actually can't even bring myself to think about where I would be right now had I not met Chris, because he literally pretty much saved me. So if I'd not met Chris, definitely wouldn't be here right now doing this. Sassy Inghams is asking, when will Sassy Belle merchandise be out, because I'm so desperate for some. We're hoping for Wednesday, so this Wednesday coming up, we're hoping she'll have her website all up, and it's so exciting. Emily Lauren asked, what's your all-time favourite book? I haven't actually read, this is so bad, but I haven't actually read that many books. It's just one of those things that once I start doing it, I really enjoy it, but I can never just get into one. I don't find it like I go into a shop and I'm like, oh, I want to buy a book to read. But once I do read, I do really enjoy it. So I love Simon Koenig, which are kind of like thriller type books, and I remember the first one of his I read, called Relentless. It just got me completely hooked, and it's my favourite. And I don't know if it's because it was the first one I read of his and I just loved the style, because I have since read maybe 5 or 6 more of his books and I've loved them all. But Relentless is just the one that sticks in my mind. I love that book so much. Sparkling Inghams asked, what's your favourite thing about your IFAM? So my favourite thing about you guys is your positive love and support that you give not only to us but to each other. We have so many fan pages on like Instagram and things like that, and they're just so full of love and support for each other, and you do shout outs for each other and you comment nice things on each other's edits and things, and I just love it. Sweetie IFAM asked, what is your best achievement? I think that would have to be, and I'm sure any other mum would agree with me, is my girls. They are by far my biggest achievement. Haley Ward asked, what's your favourite theme park ride? I am a theme park lover. Me and Isabel love theme parks so much, and in fact Esme too. She's really got, over the last year or so, a real love for rides as well, and I love roller coasters. I love anything, absolutely anything. But my favourite ride that I've been on, I don't know if it's my favourite because there's just so many, but the one that's at the minute that's got an urge for me to go back on is the new ride in Animal Kingdom in Florida, and I can't remember the name now. The Pandora, it might even be Pandora. No, it's not. Oh my gosh, what's that ride called? It's the new ride in the Pandora Land in Animal Kingdom. If you know it, comment down below. That's really going to annoy me. But it's the one that always has super duper long queues. Not the river one, the other one. It's incredible. Little Mix Lover 2K17 has asked, sorry if I am being rude, can you please explain why Isabel calls Chris dad if he's not her biological father? So I wasn't sure if to answer this question or not, but I decided I would, because why not? Why not? If that's what you guys want to know, then I will answer it. So the reason Isabel calls Chris dad when he's not her biological father is because a dad doesn't always have to be about blood. I don't know if you are new to IFAM. I don't think you're new because I have seen you quite a lot on Twitter, but I did a video explaining all of this was it about a year ago, something like that. I'll leave a link in the description box down below and you can check that video out. But just really quickly, a dad's not just about blood. It's really not. And when I first got with Chris, Isabel she was a baby. She couldn't walk, she couldn't talk, she was a tiny bit, she was a small baby. And so he came into both of our lives and he brought her up as his own. He helped bath her, he got up in the night, he fed her, he did everything that a dad does for their daughter. And so that's basically why she calls him dad. And when me and Chris got engaged and decided that we were going to have children together, we didn't want Isabel feeling like she was different to anybody else in this family. And so that's why she took on his last name and things like that. We didn't want Isabel to feel excluded and like she wasn't a part of the family. And having Esme and Isla running around, daddy, mummy, daddy, and Isabel being like, mummy, Chris. It just wasn't what we wanted. And we spoke with Isabel, obviously not when she was 2, but when she was older, about the fact that she had a biological dad. I think she was about 9 maybe, or 10, something like that. And we explained everything and we told her that we'd be happy for her to call Chris or dad or whatever she wanted to call him. And she was 100% adamant she wasn't calling him Chris. Like she said, but he is my dad, he brings me up. And although I'm extremely lucky that I've got a relationship also with my biological dad, that doesn't mean that I love Chris any less, if that makes sense. So she's really grown up about it as Isabel, and she just finds herself extremely lucky to have 2 dads in her life. Bethan has asked some awesome questions. If you could hear every time someone said something good about you or every time someone said something negative about you, which one would you choose? 100%, no questions asked, it would be every time someone said something positive, because you just don't need to hear people's negative opinions. Like literally, if you surround yourself by negativity, you're just going to be so sad. And the only way to be happy and positive is by being surrounded by people who are happy and positive. And I would never want, obviously people in this world don't like me. They don't like how I vlog, they don't like how I look, they don't like how I dress, they don't like how I eat, they don't like how I do my hair. And trust me, as a vlogger on YouTube, I've heard it all, literally. Sometimes with some people you just can't do right for doing wrong, and you'll never win. And you have to accept when you are a YouTuber that you can't keep everyone happy. It's just impossible to please everyone. And the most important thing is to just surround yourself by positive people, and that's what keeps me positive. She also said, what do you wish you could relive? This one is a kind of an obvious one, but maybe not for obvious reasons. So one day that I wish I could relive, or one thing, would be my wedding day. And in the nicest way possible, it's not because it's the day I got married. I know, that sounds really bad. But the reason I would like to relive my wedding day is because that's the last day that I got to spend with my mum when my mum was, when she was mobile, completely 100% with it. And I did it because it was my wedding day and I was focused on my wedding and the girls and the photographers and all the guests. I didn't spend as much time with my mum as what I would have done if I'd have known that would be my last day to really be with her, if that makes sense. That doesn't mean to say that I didn't spend any time with my mum. I do. I remember sitting up she was in her wheelchair, and I remember sitting and having a drink with her and just talking about the day. I remember a song came on that she really liked, and she made me drag her out of the wheelchair and take her up onto the dance floor, and we danced, and that's the last time she ever danced. And I'm going to stop talking about that because I'm literally going to end up getting really emotional. But the one day I wish I could relive would 100% be my wedding day. Last question, which is probably the most asked question on that Twitter thread that I'm going to answer today is, you guys can probably guess, is there going to be another baby? Is there going to be a baby Ingham number 4? Are you guys having a baby? What's going on? You guys said you were coming off the pill in October. Have you come off the pill? Please explain. So I thought it was only fair that I give you guys an update. If you watch our vlogs for the whole of last year, I did a video speaking a bit about this. So Chris has always wanted a 4th baby since Isla was about 12 months old. And I kind of didn't. I was happy with my 3 girls. I suffered so terribly with pregnancy and morning sickness. I was hospitalised with Isla. I could pass out all the time. And it's just really, really difficult for me being pregnant. However, I know the end result's worth it. But it kind of did put me off having a 4th child. And the other thing that put me off was practicalities, like we didn't have a car big enough, but we do now because we have a 7-seater. We didn't have the space in our home for another baby, but then we moved. And holidays and things, like I said at the start of this video, is our passion is to travel, and we've always had to save up so hard to be able to go on holiday, like sacrificing loads and loads of things to be able to go on a holiday, and we always felt it was worth it because it was our passion to do so. But would we be able to do that if we had another child? And then back in, I think I first mentioned it to you guys in May, June last year, and I decided that I was coming around to the idea and actually thinking about it. If all those other practicalities weren't there, I'd definitely have another baby. And then one of my friends, much older, no, not much older, slightly older, but much wiser than me, said, if you can't decide, that means more likely that you're not done with having babies. And if you don't do it now, and you wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, then you'll end up being too old, and then you'll really regret not having that baby. Whereas now, if you have a baby, you won't regret having it, if that makes sense. So back in May, June time, I decided that actually, yeah, I would really like to have a 4th and final baby. But we had a holiday booked to Florida in October, and I really didn't want to be ill on that holiday. We'd saved up so long for this holiday, and we really, really were looking forward to it, and I just didn't want to be pregnant at that time. So I decided that in October, I would come off our contraception and would just see what happened. And that's what I did. I came off in October, and it's just not happened yet. It's just not happened. So what November, December, January, February, we're into March now. So we're into March, and now we're actually at a stage where I am back being, I'm trying to say this in like a child-friendly way, back being careful, back on contraception, because I'm actually a bridesmaid the first week of December for one of my best friends, and if I was to fall pregnant now, the baby would be due that week. And then if I was to fall pregnant next month, the baby would be due on on Christmas Day, 25th of December. And although I don't think there's anything wrong with having a baby born on Christmas Day, and I know it's not necessarily going to come on that day anyway, it could come Christmas Eve or Boxing Day, I would rather not have a baby around Christmas time. So to wait another month and then it would be due in January is kind of where we are at the minute with that. So I hope that answers your questions, and yeah, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. It's so long. I'm looking now, I've filmed for about half an hour, so I hope I don't have to cut out too many of these questions. But if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below if you would like to see a part 2. And if you would like to see a part 2, what questions would you guys like answering? Hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all again tonight at 6 PM on our daily vlog on the Ingham family channel. Bye guys!